Hello, 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 and welcome to Yolanda's Daily Bread. Today I want to say to you, be strategic in your life and do what you were called to do. No more procrastination, no more waiting. You know, I've been going, I can't begin to tell you the amount of funerals that I have attended so far this year. And I don't even want to say so far, but I've gone to a few, on top of just hearing about celebrities passing as well. But when I since losing my father in 2013, I didn't want to attend, different funerals. But anyway, needless to say, I've been going, and now when I go, I don't look at it. I mean, it is very sad, and of course, you do miss the person. I know I do, and but I'm also listening to the great things that the people have done, and in hearing that, it makes you say, okay, well, you know what? That person, like all of us, we all have an expiration date. But we want to be able to say that we did what God called us to do at the end of the day, at the end of that day. We want to hear God say, yes, thank you. You were a good and faithful servant. You changed lives. You did exactly what I called you to do. Remember, in the word we have in Matthew, there are the story of the talents, and how there were three. One, he was given 5 talents. Another was given 2, and the other one was given 1. So the 5 flipped it, and he had 10. The one with 2, he flipped it, he had 4, I believe. Yes. And then the person with 1, he didn't do anything. He hid it. And when the master came, they showed how they flipped the coins, they flipped their talents, and they reaped a harvest. But the one with the 1 talent, he said, I was afraid, and I know how, started blaming him. I know how hard you are and how you don't like to waste things and blah, blah, blah. And he took that talent from him. And then he banished him to hell, not because he was thinking of the master, but he was thinking of himself. He was in fear. He was in fear of flipping that talent. He was holding his gift. He was holding his talent. And see, when you hold your gift and talent, when you hold back, it's a generational fail. You see? So what you have, what you came into this earth with, you have to share it. You have to give it. You have to just throw it all to the wind, and you just have to go for it. Just go for it, because you have it in you. And I know what's happening in your mind right now. It's like, oh, well, what is she talking about? You have to be strategic. You have to do this. Of course. But see, the person that I'm talking to, this message that I'm speaking right now, this person that I'm talking to, all of that is lined up. What they need to hear is exactly this: to go for it. Just do it. You will never, ever, ever get the approval of anybody in order to do something. God has already approved you because God has given it to you. He trusted you to bring it into this earth and then share it to make somebody's life better. You need to leave this earth knowing that you left it just a little better than when you came into this earth. That is the goal. That should be our goal. That whatever it is that we have, we don't sleep on it. We make it happen. We change lives. Everybody's not a preacher. Everybody's not a speaker. But you who love to organize and clean up, you know what? You're blessing somebody with that gift. And then when a person face lights up and you just made their life a lot better. Who is Pharaoh to say, oh, cleaning up and organizing is so small? That means sit down on your gift because you're not worthy. What? The devil is a liar. God gave you that gift. Don't you sleep on your gift. And you who are in law enforcement, don't sleep on your gift. Bless people. When you look at people, you look at them with love and compassion the way Jesus did. And when he looked out, he said, my God, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Are you a laborer today? Did you say yes? Will you push and share your gift? Or will you sit there and point fingers and complain and talk about how this one is not that and that one is not this and this is messed up and this one is horrible and all these people are this and this one is a hater and blah, blah, blah? You're angry. You're angry because you're not in position, because you're not operating from your gift. And that's what happens when we don't operate from our gifting, the best of us, what's inside of us. When we don't operate from that, we become complainers because you're out of sorts. You're not doing what you were created to do. No more. Take a stand. This is a new week. This is a new week. And according to the Hebrew calendar, this is a new year. This 5779 chains are broken. Pharaoh had to let you go. This is the 400th year. So, I pray that you look at this year, you look at this new month, you look at this new week, this new day, this new time, this moment right now, and you decide to show up, not only for you, but for the generation. Should any more children die from sickle cell or blood clot travel into their heart? Should another person be shot and killed in the street because someone doesn't love themselves and so they don't value life? No one gave them a hug? Should another person die at the hands of a gun? Should someone else just start smoking drugs because, again, they don't love themselves because they don't know who they are? Because you didn't step out in your awesomeness? Should another person die from cancer or AIDS or HIV or lupus or any kind of other disease, a heart attack, because you didn't step into your awesomeness, you with the cure, you with that thing? Right now, anything, any dis-ease that is in this generation right now, if there's any dis-ease, one of us this day has the cure, or you wouldn't be here. You're here to change the game, to change the world. Stop asking for permission and just do it. Just do what you were called to do. And you know what that is because it doesn't leave you. You can't sleep. You can't eat because it's gnawing at you. That thing that gets on your nerves, that thing that gets on, I'm not talking about every little single thing. No, that person that complains about every little single thing is an unhappy person because what? They're not operating in their true self. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to that person that knows who they are, but they're afraid to let their light shine. They're afraid to speak and allow that salt to just go out and be tasty to someone. I'm talking to you. You. It's time. No more sitting there. Don't sit there. People are hurting. God said that darkness covers the earth and deep darkness the people. The darkness that's covering the earth is hurt and ignorance. And deep darkness the people. That is a level of ignorance, hopelessness that God has opened our eyes to be able to see. You are a believer. You are the child of the Most High God. And because you're the child of the Most High God, what other people are speaking about, you don't speak about, because you know better. You know that God is doing this. God is showing us the flaws in the earth. He's showing us what is wrong as believers. And he's saying, it's time. It's time to save a life. One person can't do it all. That's why I stopped going to the movies. You know why? I stopped going to the movies because one person can't do it all. That you can't do it all. So you and you and you and you and you and you may have the cure for cancer, but you have your set people that you with the antidote, with the cure. It is you and you who have it for you peoples. Woo. Listen at my language. But what I'm saying is, don't sleep. Don't sleep. Get up. Make that change. Be that difference. Don't let someone stand there at your funeral, your homegoing service, and speak about you, and they could pretty much sum you up in a sentence. Don't let that be you. Because you didn't come to this earth with one sentence. You came to this earth full. It's time to give birth and let that baby be a blessing to the world. You're here on purpose, on assignment. And see, you, even though you may not know your position, the earth, all of creation knows your position. All of creation knows who you are, even though you don't know who you are. But that doesn't stop anything. When you open your mouth, heaven and earth come together to bring you what it is that you need. And if you complain, hell and earth comes together and bring you what you need. Why? Because you were created in the likeness and image of God. So when you open your mouth, you have authority and power. But the words that you speak is an indication of the kingdom that you're operating from. And words are laws. So when you, king, speak, what kingdom are you speaking from? So, I'm going to ask you something. What are you going to do with the information that I just handed you? No more sitting there. It's time. It's time. You are a unique individual and you have purpose. There is a need that only you can fulfill. Today, allow your dreams to be bigger than your fears, your faith stronger than your feelings, and your actions louder than your words. Why settle for no when yes is available? Bye-bye. Or should I say later?